But as I was saying, overall, the book has a lot more options, a lot more choices.
It's not quite as dumb.
They took out a lot of the useless rules, especially in third edition when third and fourth edition when you still won battles by points. They took out the slaves, you take her with points and all that, and they put the pain token thing in, which is I guess kind of a way to replace the old slave thing. Drop the points of some units, raise the points of others. It's still very much so a glass cannon. If one thing goes wrong, a lot of things could go wrong.
And certain choices that a lot, like, I take Hellhounds in my army always. They usually don't do too spectacular. They're usually like, oh no, that's a giant flamethrower, let's blow it up. Against that army, it was just knocking things down left and right because they don't have anything that can withstand something that's strength 6, 8b4, and that can shoot a flame template 18 inches.
One of the things people tell me is, take advantage of cover and stuff like that. Well, there's so much, flamethrowers are so prevalent in this edition that it's hard to take cover and still live. But I definitely like the changes. And it'll be interesting to see what other lists I can write because I've only been fooling around with the one right now. I want to see about getting some Hellions and stuff like that. And the last thing I wanted to address for people that might have been living under a rock, but remember playing 40k at some point, is the model range that has been released for this army.
The models, even from being a guard player, being kind of biased towards my own units, they look like they don't have the right kind of armor safe. They look like they should be toting around with 4 pluses, like the Cabal Light Warriors. They look impressive.
They don't look like they're wearing spandex anymore. It actually looks like armor on the warriors. The witch suits look. The models themselves are really nice to put together. All of the pieces between all the kits, even the metal kits, which is this is great, are interchangeable. So you can really customize the hell out of your army, which is for this army is a big thing actually, because you want your cabal or your cult or whatever you're fielding to stand out and be unique. All of the models they've released so far have been absolutely amazing. The warriors are amazing. The witches are amazing. All the vehicles look great. I love the new Archon. The new Lilith model is fantastic. I know it sounds like I'm blowing a load over here. The Urian Rock Arth model and the Mandrakes, actually, funny enough, made me get off my ass and run down to my store as fast as I could to take a look at the book and all the new models and stuff like that.
Not to mention, the night he bought his shit, he left it at the store too.
I was so excited I forgot. For people lucky enough, they've released a new Webway portal model.
Don't you have the noise back here?
It's back there. It's like the.
See if I can find it.
It should be. But it looks a lot like the Vortex grenade template. It was just a cool little limited release item. Oh my God! It has Commissar on it. It's it needs a 3-inch template basically. It was something I wanted as one of the only players at the store who played the army, and I'm glad that it's not over the top like
Guard.
like a lot of people were thinking it was going to be. It's still, in my opinion, a finesse army.
There's no flying land raiders, flying rape machines. I was actually impressed by. There are some things in that book are scary, but they also have their weaknesses. And like, I know I play an army that looks down upon right now because the Vendettas. This is something you will rarely hear guard players say. I do not think they should be 130 points. I think they should be up in the range of 175. But looking at the Dark Eldar book, there is nothing that I would say like that needs to be taken out, that needs to be cut out, that needs to have a points increase. It's all pretty balanced, and it all feels like it belongs there, unlike the Vendetta.
We'll talk about the Vendetta the next review. Seeing as how we did my book first, we're going to do the Commissar's book next.
Oh boy.
And we're going to talk about Imperial Guard and how all I seem to hear at the store is leaf blower, leaf blower, leaf blower, chimera, 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 vendetta, vendetta. I actually heard a guy on Friday. He was talking about his Imperial Guard. He's like, I'm trying not to be a dickhead. I'm trying not to, feel two vendettas and all these chimeras and blah 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 blah. And then the guy bought 2 Valkyrie kits and 2 Chimera kits. I'm like,
And a Basilisk kit.
So you are doing the leaf blower list. And he said, well, I guess I want to win. Well, okay, you want to win, but you want to be an asshole while you do it, I guess. But for competitive play, that's fine. I've always been one of those people that says, for tournaments, bring your A game, but
for casual, bring something that's fun.
Yeah, for casual, don't bring the Art Boys leaf blower Chimera list. That's no fun to play against, and unfortunately, one of our guard players at the store
thinks it's fun.
Doesn't seem to get that, and he thinks it's fun just to win. Really, the game for me has always just been enjoying playing the game with your friends and stuff like that. If you have to show up at the table to fucking blow your opponent away every single time, you need to go somewhere else, as far as I'm concerned.
Like, my list is, I'm satisfied with it. It's about a 50-50 win ratio. I take a lot of things that a lot of guard players don't even know exist in the guard book.
Now, I mean, he's the Commissar here is not as big of a competitive player as I am, but as far as tournaments and stuff like that, if you ever meet me out there, I am a lot different in the tournament play. I'm not an asshole. I'm going to make the game fun. I promise that.
But he's at least to say ruthless.
But I'm there to win at the tournaments, and but I still hope to have a fun time. I'm not going to tell you you suck. I'm not going to do all that. It's still a game. But no, I'm competitive at the tournaments. But for the friendly games and stuff like that, yeah, absolutely. I'll just throw whatever list I've got models for together. And just,
a Sentinel army? Shit, why not?
Exactly. But we'll be doing this periodically. Just doing reviews on new books as they come out, old books too, since
we got to catch up.
Got to catch up, obviously. We're doing Guard next. We will be doing fantasy stuff. He actually doesn't play fantasy yet.
I've got an army picked out, just
But we got to get his dwarves put together. Yes, he likes to shoot and have rocket boots because 8th edition dwarves charge 15 inches. Oh God! That's another interesting little review. Our review, the 8th edition book. You'll hear my bitching, complaining about some of the stuff in there, but fantasy's still a good game. 40K, definitely still a good game. Just don't catch me when I'm playing my Skaven. I'm a totally different person. I actually turn into
asshole.
I actually turn into a rat. I'm like, you must die. I'm not an asshole. I'm just insane. I'm on the crystal meth, the warp stone. Excuse me. That my book comes with. Look, don't blame me. They gave me crystal meth. But that's all for this review. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Archon Eagyn.
And this is Commissar Ironheart. And remember, eat it every day.